From your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the six-time Super Bowl champs from the AFC, the Pittsburgh Steelers, taking on the champions from the NFC, the Carolina Panthers. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, excited for this one. I mean, Charles, the Steelers back in the Super Bowl once again, their 9th appearance overall, second only to the Patriots' 11. But if the Steelers win this one, then they'd be on top of the all-time win standings, as it would be their 7th title.
What a franchise. Come on, join me for a minute, okay? Come back to the 1970s with me. Back to the steel curtain defense. Back to Terry Bradshaw, quarterback. Throwing to Lynn Swann and John Stallworth. Franco Harris running the football with Rocky Blyer. That team was something, all right? And that started the path to where we are right here, right now. This team's pretty good, too. And they want their own history. What an accomplishment this would be to win a 7th Super Bowl title for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Carolina Panthers, they make their 3rd visit to the Super Bowl in team history. Let's go back to Super Bowl 38 in Houston, 2004. Hung tight with the Patriots. Lost by a field goal. Adam Vinatieri putting it through the pipes. They lose 32-29. Second visit wasn't quite as close. That was Super Bowl 50 in Santa Clara. And the Broncos just ran over them on defense in that one. That was a tough loss for them, 24-10. But this team, they have a different look to them. This team looks like that they are focused, composed, and ready to win.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. To try again after the sack. Bridgewater, and nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it. A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Well, if those at home were wondering if we were going to see some offense in this Super Bowl, I think your answer was right there. Incomplete, but they take a big shot early. Like the script. If they get the big play early, so much the better. But if nothing else, they send a message. They're going to be aggressive in this game. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Easy, easy. Hey, Delta.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here we go. Mike,
on third down, Roethlisberger. Ebron's got it. A well-executed 22-yard gain. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10, right at the 40. Now a handoff here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Hey, dude.
40-yard line.
54. Mike, 54. You don't want that. 44.
Looking to throw on second down. Roethlisberger, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. It doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Buddy up. 81. Mike, 54. Watch the run.
First down, Bridgewater. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up second and 2 at the 17-yard line.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They run on second down with Adams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a third down.
54, Mike. 54, Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
the shotgun. It's Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 3 catches for him now in this first quarter of the Super Bowl.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
On first down, this is Adams. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's first and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Bud Dupree in to drop him behind the line for a loss of a yard. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Adams. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now Bridgewater. And it's caught. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Let's get it.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. We're scoreless after 1. Here is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Bang, bang, bang. Nicholas, now spin. These 2. Mike 44. Mike 54.
Now Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Like 80. Let's go, team.
On 1st first down. It's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Check four.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got some space here. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. 55 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
On second down, it's Adams. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Check. Watch 54. Watch QB drop.
To throw, Bridgewater. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Squeeze, double. Minus 54.
Bridgewater to throw. And he's going to go down again. Bud Dupree, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it here with Adams. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. A carry for Adams. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Check, check.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. From the gun, Bridgewater. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Cameron Hayward. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now it's Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Catanzaro's kick is good. That'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Let's go.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The never-tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again at Super Bowl 54. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
180. Right there, 54 miles. Here we go, G, get off the field.
Roethlisberger keeps it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
That's just me. 22 and 44. Check nickel. Go.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Show that bench release and go. 54, right there, 54. Bravo! Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now they try the right side here. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Catanzaro now for the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right?
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Carolina. Josh Adams, 75 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So we erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they're looking to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Line 54. I'm coming for you. Check 37. Check 37. Check 32. Hey, turn it up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room to run now. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The 38-yard line.
Ready? 230? Right there, 54 miles. Get ready, get ready, get ready. 49, check 49, check 49. Big ass, big ass, big ass.
Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 9.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The drive starts with a handoff to Adams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in, and he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for the Panthers. 48 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Bridgewater. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Auden Tate there to make the grab as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. Bridgewater. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Lets it go for Nelson. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. J.J. Nelson, 78 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing. Bridgewater. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Check. Watch that quick.
They go play action. Bridgewater. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, it's Adams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
From the 41, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Bud Dupree, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to let one fly for Tate, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. T.J. Watt. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Black 30. Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. You're not ready. Lock it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
25 to Mike. Here we go, D. All day, defense.
Now on 2nd and 13. Bridgewater. It's caught here by Adams. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From 19 yards away. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
At 25.
Bridgewater now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey, 25 to over. 25 to Mike. Here we go.
Here's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Panthers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be third and a mile. Throwing is Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on fourth down. Well, Bridgewater on fourth down. Taking a shot for Samuel, and it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Check 31, check 31. Hey, motion, check. Shift, black is on.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On second and 12, Roethlisberger. Less than 2 minutes remain here in Super Bowl 54. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Ben on third and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We go 20.
They start on the ground with Adams. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
From the 22, Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. Now Adams. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a third and 11 coming up. On third down, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they'll try for it here on fourth. Bridgewater and company stay out there. The Pittsburgh Steelers have won the Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the Steel City. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.